Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Quizmaster breaks the rules for a deserving team in a game show first. It was a night of tension, twists, and unexpected generosity on the set of the final question. The popular televised quiz show, hosted by veteran presenter Malcolm Reed. Audiences were on the edge of their seats as one of the show's most formidable quizmasters, Theo the Professor Barnes, made an unprecedented decision that could change how the game is played, at least for one night. Thursday's episode began like any other, filmed at the iconic Westboro Studios. Malcolm welcomed 4 new contestants, Mark, Julie, Aaron, and Rachel, each hoping to prove their mental mettle and walk away with a share of the grand prize. Waiting to stand in their way was Theo, a former university lecturer with an encyclopedic memory and a reputation for being nearly unbeatable. First up was Mark, a data analyst from Birmingham, who impressed the audience right out of the gate. Calm under pressure, he scored £7,000 in his cash builder and survived a challenging head-to-head round against Theo. "That's how it's done," Malcolm said as Mark took his place in the final round seat. Unfortunately, Julie, an art teacher from Devon, couldn't replicate his success. Though she managed a solid £4,000 in her preliminary round, she was eliminated during the face-off. Her nerves seemed to get the better of her, and she faltered with 3 questions remaining. Aaron, the youngest of the group at just 24, took a bold risk. After earning £3,000, he ignored his teammates' cautious advice and accepted Theo's high offer of £55,000. His gamble brought the audience to life, but ultimately, he was outpaced by the quizmaster on the penultimate question, exiting to a round of sympathetic applause. That left Rachel, a retired librarian from Norwich. Cool, focused, and experienced, she matched Mark's earlier performance with a tidy £7,000 win. With 2 strong players left, the team's odds looked promising, but Theo had other plans. In a surprising moment that marked a first for the final question, Theo stepped forward and addressed the team directly. "I'm not known for bending the rules," he began. "But it's rare to see 2 players each contribute equally and perform consistently under pressure. So tonight, I'm making a small adjustment in their favor." Gasps echoed in the studio. Malcolm, visibly stunned, leaned in. "Theo, are you saying you're setting a target lower than usual?" Theo nodded. "Let's see if they can beat 19. Mark and Rachel exchanged looks of disbelief and gratitude. Typically, the show's standard target in the final round is set higher, especially when only 2 players make it through. But tonight, they were getting a rare chance, and they knew it. The 2 minutes that followed were a whirlwind. Mark and Rachel worked in sync, answering 12 questions correctly and earning a modest but respectable 2-point advantage thanks to time management. They pushed back 3 times successfully during Theo's chase, buying crucial seconds. But the clock proved merciless. With only 10 seconds left, Theo answered the final question that sealed their fate. Despite the loss, the pair stood proudly, greeted with applause and a handshake from the man who tried to help them. "That was one of the best performances I've seen from a 2-player final," Theo said, nodding respectfully. Malcolm wrapped up the show with words that summed up the sentiment in the room. "They didn't win the money, but they won our admiration, and they witnessed something we've never seen before." "Theo, that was generous and gutsy." Fans took to social media immediately after the episode aired, praising both the players' effort and Theo's rare display of leniency. "That's the kind of sportsmanship we need more of on TV," one viewer posted. Another added, "Rachel and Mark were brilliant, and Theo showed a whole new side tonight." It's unclear whether this move will set a precedent for future episodes, but one thing is certain. The final question delivered more than just trivia. It delivered heart, humanity, and a dash of unpredictability.